All right, nephew, let's have a little chat. Ladies and gentlemen, I really thought I was done with this, and this will be my final video on Dante London. We will not talk about him anymore. I can assure you of that. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to give my final thoughts on a video that he made today. Being too vulnerable always almost destroyed my YouTube channel, and we're going to listen to it. This is going to be a long video because it's a 19-minute video. I'm going to listen in single speed. Now, the reason that I'm doing this is because when I started talking about YouTube, I came across Dante London's channel, and yes, I'm going to use his name for the sake of this video, and we'll get to why as we watch the video. But when I first started watching him, he came across my feed when a little after another person came across my feed, and there was a lot of success. And with that success came a lot of things that he was doing wrong. And as far as like YouTube advice, and as a 46, soon to be 46-year-old man, with Dante being in his 20s, this is I want to be clear, man. This has nothing to do with his personal life. This has never been personal to me. I don't know him, all right, outside of the persona that he puts on the internet, but it's never been personal. It's always been from an internet standpoint and a responsibility standpoint, a responsibility that he has as a content creator to the people who put him where he is, right? So I start making videos. When I start seeing him going down the wrong path, I start making videos trying to get him to correct them if he would listen, and trying to teach the new small creator what not to do if you were trying to mimic two very popular creators that came up around six months ago, both in the black space. They came up, and one was a little more prominent than the other. One growth was really, really big in a short span of time. And Dante London, he has took a little while longer, but he wind up reaching similar success. And I just saw a lot of the trajectory was going downhill. So I know that there's going to be a lot of comments about his personal life and what you guys think. And, there's nothing I can really do about that. You're free to put that in the comment section because, he brought it on himself. But this is my attempt one last time. He asked for it, so I'm going to give it to him. And one last time, man, to try as a person who's old enough to be his uncle, old enough to be really his dad. You know what I'm saying? So as a guy that's just saying, yo, fix this while you can, because if you don't, you'll regret it. And again, he asked for this. He literally asked in this video for constructive criticism. So as my swan song video talking about him, I'm going to give it to him. And we'll see what he does. I do not think he's going to take anybody advice. You have seen a pattern of behavior throughout his multiple YouTube career, and there's no reason to think that he's going to change now. But nephew, let's have a conversation, man. So we're going to react to the video. And again, reacting is not something that, as of right now, this moment, I'm going to continue to do. Like it's something that I don't necessarily want to do right now. We'll see where this channel goes. Okay, this is the one. Which one am I on? I'm on this side. All right, so we got to play this one. All right. So I'm going to go through this video like I'm having a conversation with him. And you, the viewer, you get to watch a conversation that I'm going to have with my internet nephew, right? And we're going to go over the things that he's saying, and I'm going to interject my opinion that he asked for. He did ask for. So I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to give it to him. And again, I am nothing. Meaning I'm nobody in his life. He does not have to listen to me or anybody else. But I feel like with what I came into this space doing, and the fact that I really wanted him to succeed, this is beyond the personal stuff. Like what he does in his personal stuff, his personal life, that's something different. I'm not trying to judge him on that. It's simply the YouTube content and the connection that he's making with his audience. All right. Because this channel did start off, well, it didn't start off that, but the ultimate goal was to get to like a tips and tricks and, kind of YouTube success, but it's morphed into something totally different, and we'll go from there. So there is some really, really campy music playing in the background. Hopefully it doesn't get copyright claimed. I didn't feel like going through and moving it, but this channel is not about money anyway, so we're going to just deal with it. So I'm sorry, this music is coming from his channel. So without further ado, man, let's get into the 19-minute Dante London video Being too vulnerable almost destroyed my YouTube channel. And again, this is going to be me talking to my internet nephew, man. With great power comes great responsibility. We'll get into that.
Why is it such a problem for a man to be vulnerable? Let's get right into it. Why does a man life have to be perfect for people to respect him? Right? It seems like
I want to, this is going to be tough with this music. It's going to be tough. Part of me wants to remove it, but it would take too long to do that. But man, this is tough. But we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. Because again, I'm talking to him. So
it's so much disrespect just for expressing the more vulnerable parts of my life. And this video ain't negative at all, right? It ain't no negative energy. This is just me having a personal conversation with my audience, right? And if you're not a supporter, or if you're not somebody who gonna rock with me, for me, unsubscribe from the channel, it's okay, right? I never tell people to unsubscribe, but if you don't like me, or if you don't like my content, or if you don't want to see me for me, you gotta unsubscribe, man. You gotta move on. But I know a lot of people are gonna react to this because, you feel me? I'm a very prominent name in the small YouTube world. So a lot of
okay, all right. So all right. At one time, so when he said that people are gonna unsubscribe because he's being himself. But from what I see, you're not being yourself. The problem is your audience has no idea who you are. They're only basing what they know of you off your content. And your content is all over the place. But it's all over the place in a bad way. It's not all over the place like you have a bunch of different niches. It's all over the place because they don't know what Dontay London they're going to get. You made a video the other day. You talked about how you and your wife had separated. And the first thing that you had done so much damage to your audience that they did not believe you. Because in a previous video, you told people to do whatever they had to do to get views because you were all about the money. And nephew, that's not how things work, right? So the reason that people, quote unquote, don't like you when you're being yourself is because A, they have no idea what you are, what you truly are, okay, based on your content. Now they can have some opinions. And B, you say one thing and you do another. You've talked to countless times about that you weren't going to do something and then you went back and did it. You said, again, people, and I think, and we'll go on and we'll get into this. This is a 19-minute video, so this video is going to be long, and I'm sorry, again, you got to deal with that hideous music, but this is me giving my constructive criticism, trying to help the brother out one last time, because I am not here to change him. I feel like with what I saw him doing at the first, when I saw this whole thing happen, it was refreshing at first to see the come up. And then it turned real nasty real quick because, as you can see, as we watch this and we dissect this even more, arrogance plays a big part in people's downfall. They get too arrogant and they disrespect their viewers. See, he feels disrespected by people's criticism of him, but instead of worrying about that so much, he should be worried about pleasing his viewers because they put him where he is. And I don't mean like keep making the same content, but you don't want to be disrespected. You cannot disrespect your viewer by treating them any type of way.
y'all heard of me before, and I say that respectfully. No, I'm really him for real. I really hope for real. I built my brand up, bro. I've been through a lot. I built my brand up here being myself, man. That's a big accomplishment is what I'm really trying to say, all jokes aside, bro. And
okay, so the arrogance, again, you said you built your brand up basically being yourself, which there is some truth to that. You brought your own style to the stuff. But again, we're going to get into this of you telling people to copy people's copy. They can react and take your content to steal other people's content. Those are words that you said from your mouth. So can you really come up and say that you have built your channel solely off you being you? Your personality was in it, but you didn't just do it all by yourself. And that's another thing too. He said that he was him. Nephew, you only what the people make you. That's what you have to understand. And that's where you're going wrong at. You're always going to have people that want to criticize you. You are never going to please everyone. So you shouldn't even try. But that type of arrogance is what puts you where you are in the first place. And it's going to keep you where you are. You can already see, and we'll go into it a little more, he's lost 200 subscribers, which is on the low side. But the top comment on his last video before this one was unsubscribing. Now, they might come back, but you have to value your audience. If you can change, but you got to change the right way. Your audience will come with you. Those core people that we're going to get into that he keeps talking about, they will come with you, but you got to do it the right way.
So real quick, before we get into more of the personal stuff, bro, I got to tell y'all, right now, I got a lot of people who I would say, I don't want to say hate because I don't want this to come off as a negative video. And I'm gonna talk about everything too, especially in my last few videos where I kind of got upset and expressed my frustrations, right? I'm gonna get into all that. But right now, I need you to let me know how you see me. How does Dontay look to you from what you've seen, right? And if you don't know me, hold on. If you don't know me, watch the comments in this video. Watch this video, get to know me. I promise you'll probably want to watch more of my videos moving forward, right? I'm a rare dude on this platform. Like, that's why I seemingly, or how I feel, I get a lot of disrespect and negative judgment because I share a lot of very personal parts of my life, okay?
All right, so Dontay, you are not the first, last, and only person to share a lot of personal stuff. And once you put it out on the internet, it becomes everybody else's business. So once you say things that are going, if you put a breakup or a marriage or a childbirth and all that stuff, all of that becomes everybody else's business once you put it out there. So you are not the first, but again, we're going to see a reoccurring theme of arrogance. That's what it is. That's why I don't know, again, I don't know him from a grain of sand. I've never met the man, but he asked for criticism, constructive. I've never, ever hated on him. I've always tried to hold him accountable because as a person who is 46 years old, man, there's a lot of stuff that can be done. This platform has done a lot for me, and it continues to do a lot for me. And I'm on the way to a legitimate business. I mean, I have a merchandise shop that is launching in less than 2 weeks, and it took me a while to get there. I had to build my audience to get there. The criticism of Dontay London was really meant to be a teaching moment on YouTube. It was never meant to be, and for him, it never went past that. It really didn't. So, but again, there's you're going to see a reoccurring theme. So, nephew, I'm going to tell you, man, you got to humble yourself. You got to humble yourself because you got humbled real quick by them views, right? You got humbled real quick by the views. You him, you this, you that. People already think you lying about the last couple of videos. They think you lying. What have you done to give them any indication that you're not? And when people have a thought of you because of how you conduct yourself that you're instantly lying when you're actually trying to be credible, that's a problem.
And I need to see how you see me, bruh. Why do you see me the way that you see me? And for the people who normally react to me, it's okay for you to react to me. Go ahead. I'm giving you permission to react to me. Just keep it respectful. That's all I ask. Keep it respectful.
All right, so you said that before. He said it before, and then you began to strike numerous channels. When you said on your own, from your own mouth, that it was okay. If you already said that you told people if they wanted to be like you, to steal, copy, do whatever you had to do to get views, because you built your brand. You talk about you built your brand based off yourself, right? And you built your brand off taking trends and things that were working and trying to make them into your own, then not caring about your audience. See, in order to build a brand, you have to build a foundation. Your foundation had the opportunity to be built on solid ground, but you messed that up. And you went on and you strike all these creators talking about you after you gave them permission to use your content. See, it was okay before you did that. And then you did it. So now you look like a hypocrite. You look like you can't take it. So all these people reacting to you in a undisrespectful manner, since you asked for them to be respectful, why should they? Why should they be respectful of you when you disrespected them by striking their channels after you said it was okay to use the content? So that makes you a hypocrite, right? It's hard to respect the hypocrite. So there's a lot of things. Look at yourself, young man. Look at yourself, nephew. You got to figure this thing out. You talk a lot about, and we're going to go into this, a lot about, things that you have to figure out. You do. You got to figure some things out. It's more to life than YouTube, but YouTube can be a big part of life.
Respectful, because I appreciate it. It keeps my name relevant in the YouTube algorithm. But a lot of people react to me in a negative.
So you want us to react. You want the people that I know you're not talking about me, but you want people to react, but because it keeps your name relevant. Which one is it? You see what I'm saying? So you're not even about the people watching you. And that's what I want you to realize. You got to be about the people that are watching you. Because guess what? When they stop, you are irrelevant. You're irrelevant. Okay? So you got to grow up, man. You got to grow up.
Negative way. So what I need you to do is tell your audience why you feel the need to disrespect me all the time. Explain to.
Well, I'm not going to address that because I've never disrespected him. Only thing I've ever said is he gave you the worst advice known to man, which was to copy, steal, and do whatever you needed to do to get views. See, you talk about, he's going to talk a lot in this video about being a real man and what a man is supposed to do. I don't really think he knows what a man is supposed to do.
Tell your audience that, because a lot of people don't even have a valid reason, right? I'm a hard-working dude, bro, who provides to take care of my family, bro. I've been through a lot of changes here on my channel recently, bro, and I'm coming back to my regular brand, which was what grew my channel here. I'm being myself, being vulnerable.
All right, so he's going to get into it, but he mentioned hard work. When as far back as I've gone, he's never there's a couple words, arrogance and hypocrisy. Those words pop up a lot when it comes to Dontay London. He has a job. He's making all these because what it seems like, nephew, is you do anything. You literally said do anything it takes to get views, and it seems like that's what you do. That's how your audience feel, but you don't have to take my word for it. Look in your comment section. And you already mentioned about positive comments. That's not how the internet works. It doesn't work like that. Simply ignore the negativity or address it. But you can't control negative comments. Life is not bubbles and rainbows. And this is the internet, young man. Nephew, this is the internet. This is the wild, wild west. When you stroll into the wild, wild west, this is straight up loveless. It is outlaws up in here. And you dealing with some outlaws, right? In your eyes, these are internet outlaws. They coming for you. And there's a lot of this that you brought on yourself. You're not going to be able to get rid of it all, but you brought a lot of it on yourself.
Opening up, right? And being this way over the years has come with a lot of judgment, bruh. I express a lot of personal things. Like, I really express, like, I've done things that you never saw on YouTube before, bro. I swear. It's rare to come across the type of stuff that I do. Like, I've shared very personal parts of my life. Like, especially one of the main things that a lot of people judge me for here is the fact that I can't hold a stable job, right? Now, hear me out. Let me explain the situation with my job. We're gonna get into a lot in this video. My wife is over there waiting for me, so the video ain't gonna be too long. A lot of people,
This music, bro.
like, I say disrespect me because a lot of what I hear people say about me and comment about me is disrespect, right? And the internet can be a very dark place if y'all don't know, especially to be vulnerable. That YouTube.
Okay, so when you got on the internet, you open up your self-criticism. It happens all the time. It happens to me. There are ways that you can deal with it. If you want to say what you said, somebody takes your content, you can get them a copyright strike. It is in your YouTube. It's a YouTube gives you that right to do. But the problem is, so a lot of this stuff you brought on yourself. Like I said, people are going to talk about you. There's nothing you can do about it. They're going to say good, they're bad, they're going to make up lies. There is things out here as haters. But you have to figure out who they are. But I can assure you that a lot of these people that are doing what they're doing are doing it because of how you conducted yourself. That's just it. You conducted yourself immature. You conducted yourself like you were the king of the world. And now you're reaping those benefits. If you walk around like your stuff don't stink, then you're going to get some pushback. And that's what's happening. The music, though, is... listen, I am sorry. The music is absolutely killing me.
Anywhere on the internet is not the place to be vulnerable because it's going to attract a lot of negative energy, right? You're going to have a lot of positive stuff as well, a lot of positive people who genuinely support you and want to see the best for you, but then you're going to always have those people who, you know, make you seem like you're the worst person in the world for not being the perfect man, right? I'm not the perfect man, and I don't ever portray to be the perfect man. I literally built my entire brand being who I am. That's why people watch me. That's why my channel got to where it's at, because I have not been afraid to be me, right? I didn't have to.
Now, what I'll say, let me say this.
use nobody else to grow my channel. I built my channel being myself, okay?
All right, so as far as use somebody else to grow his channel, he's talking about like this right here, like reacting to people. His name brings a certain amount of weight in the search algorithm. Okay, and there's some fairness to that, but you have to understand that people are coming back because of what those people have to say about you. And those negative people that you are going to have people who just don't like you. There's nothing you can do about it. But the way that you combat that is, and he mentioned about being himself, but can he really say that? Because there's a lot of stuff, again, your viewers think that you're acting, nephew, that you and your wife are acting, that you should be awarded an Oscar. The tears that you shed the other day, I have seen numerous comments of how fake they are. That ain't for me to say. But you put your business out on the street like that. And the way that you come across is very arrogant, very narcissistic. It's all about you. Well, let me tell you something. As an internet creator, it is not about you. It might be your YouTube channel, but it ain't about you. Because how big can you get if you watch yourself? How many views can you get if you watch yourself? If it's about you solely. Now, you are the creator. You are the person that runs the channel and makes the content. But, oh, nephew, it ain't about you. Because you are not the reason you are where you are. You have a role to play. You played a part in it. But your viewer put you up there. And you mistreat them on a daily basis by talking down to them, disrespecting them, being arrogant and narcissistic. And you are continue. You are on your 9th life, nephew. You got one more left. And trust me, you don't want to be 80, 76, 80,000, 86,000 subscribers deep and nobody watches. And the numbers are already showing. They're already showing. People are not coming back after the stunt they think you pulled.
So I need to understand, why do you see me the way you see me? If you're new here, just bear with us, read the comments so you can really understand for the people who've been watching me, right? Because you probably don't know me. If you've been watching me, help me understand, how do you see me? Especially my supporters, bruh. Because y'all the ones who really I do this for. I do this for my supporters and my family, nobody else, okay? Help me understand how you see me as a content creator.
But see, stuff like that, that's a lie. You do it for money. You do this for money. Nephew, you said it. You said it. You said it. You said in previous videos that you don't care what people have to say about you. You don't care how they feel. And so one of them is a lie. And it's okay if you want to do it for money, but you gotta be transparent. And let's remember, you don't get money without getting views, and you don't get views if nobody watches. So again, don't make this YouTube channel about yourself. Yes, you are the creator. You might supply the content, but you need people to watch. You want to build that relationship. You disappear from the comments. If you have to, since you do YouTube full time, put your wife in the comment section. Have her respond, or you respond. I mean, what else are you doing, right? It's extremely difficult I got 30,000 subscribers on a different channel, and it's tough. It's tough especially when all your business out on the street. It's tough to keep that, but you got to get interactive in the comment section. This is totally one-sided. I'm telling you right now, your audience feels like that. You don't do it for them. You do it for money. You said that. And you cannot do it for your audience if you're not paying them any attention.
Am I really an immature man?
Yes.
No, for real. Do you think I'm immature?
Yes.
And for my real man out there, right? My real man, and I mean this respectfully, who understands that what I'm doing is a good thing. I'm providing for my family. Maybe it's not the traditional job way, but I'm a full-time content creator, bruh. Something that nobody even believed in 6 years ago. Nobody cared about my channel, but I kept pushing, right? That's why a lot of people react to me, because they want to use me to get views on their own channel, and it's okay, go ahead.
No, that's not why. The reason that I'm doing this, you asked a real man and a grown man what it is. Man, don't listen. Don't put your business out on the street. What happens in your marriage is in your marriage. That stays between you and your wife. Once you put it on the internet, it's on the internet. Now it's everybody's business. It's everybody's business. There are some things that need to be kept in between, kept in the house, and that's one of them. Stop putting all your business on the internet. Take some time. If you need to come up with some ideas, you and your wife, take some time, figure out some ideas. Get some ideas. Write them on a sheet of paper. You know, the best creators, they plan out, depending on what type of channel they have, they plan things in advance. Get a calendar. Get something. Plan them out. Keep your business off the internet. People see how you treat, and like I said, respectfully. I'm being respectful, talking to you like a nephew. As a certified grown man, the way that you are treating, like I said, you got history, brother. You got history. And since you put everything on the internet, everyone sees it. So they're judging you for not only the present, but the past as well. So it just don't have nothing to beat with you taking care of your family and all that stuff. And most men who take care of their family usually have jobs. And they have legit jobs. Some of them don't, but they have legit men yes, I agree. You're going to do whatever you have to do. You're going to try and keep it legal so that way you can be around for your child, for your wife, for your spouse, for your significant other. Because what good is that going to do if you ain't there, right? But you got to go away. You got to go. There's ways to do this. There's the right way, and there's the way you've been doing it. So that's what this is. It's very difficult to believe that you're taking care of a family when you don't have a job.
Yeah, just keep, they do it with disrespect, is which is why I got mad in my last a couple videos ago.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. Men thrive on respect. That's all we need. We don't need no kiss on the cheek. We don't need no I love you. I mean, it's cool, but we thrive. So I understand that. I feel that. Once you feel disrespected, it's on and popping.
I was expressing my frustrations because I deal with a lot of hate and judgment here all the time just for being myself. Please help me understand right now, why do you not like me for being myself? And explain to your audience, if you're reacting to this, why don't you like Dontay London? A detailed reason. A man who's accomplishing things in his life, his dream job, and providing for his family, doing the very thing.
It's how you're going about
for my family. We straight.
It's how you're going about doing it. That's what it is. It's how you're going about doing it. You have a history of not being able to keep a job. You said so yourself. Can you call that a person that's providing for their family? Now, as a full-time content creator, I know YouTube is very capable of doing that. And my wife will tell you the same thing. But it's the way that you're going about this. The way that you're going about 1 minute you making all this money. And that's why I tried to tell you, nephew. I tried to tell y'all about them revenue updates. Them revenue updates. Again, you're putting all your business in the street. You're walking around like your stuff don't stink. You're showing 23K. You're showing all this money and how you did whatever it took and how you rolling the dough. All of a sudden, life is like a hurricane. You remember, well, you wasn't alive. I don't know. You might have been a baby when DuckTales was out. But you doing all this Scrooge McDucking, and then you're ducking on the other side. Now you're pouting it and talking about how you going back to work. And everybody knew that was a lie. See, you got to live your life with integrity, man. You got to run your channel the same way.
Right? And because
people are not going to like you.
I show up here and I be vulnerable, do things that other men won't do. People hate me for it. I need to understand why, so I can move forward with my content accordingly, right? So
stop worrying about stop worrying about those people. Worry about the people that watch you, that support you. They watch you for whatever reasons, right? But the people, don't worry about them. Don't worry about what they doing. Because don't worry about what they doing. They giving you a small piece of the pie. You need the big piece. Forget that little itty bitty percentage of reactors. You need the rest of the pie, bruh. Because the rest of the pie, young nephew, that's the one that's going to feed you. That's the one you going to eat from. They might be, listen, reactors might be eating from a small piece of pie, but you got the rest of it.
It's okay, fellas. It's okay to not have your life together, right? But
yeah, it's okay, but there comes a time when you need to. And if you're pushing 30, nephew, you got to get close. You got to get close, man. You got to get close.
If you don't have the courage, you don't have the heart to express it, I understand why. Because me expressing this to people, it hurts, bro. Like, it hurts to see people doing, like, to really judge me, bro. And I'm talking about, bro, I've seen judgment not only from the internet, of course it's gonna come from the internet, but I've seen judgment in my personal life at times, bro.
It's the way it carries
itself. I talked
yourself.
about this in my past, and I know a lot of people like to say Dontay is just, he's crazy. He's on the emotional roller coaster all the time. He has mental health issues. Dontay, he needs to give up on his YouTube channel. Dontay is immature. Like, I've heard it all here, bro. I've heard it all because I'm being myself and expressing that I've had hard times at certain parts of my life. And I'm just still trying to figure it out. Also, while still trying to chase my dream to be able to give my family a better life, all of which I actually did. and people still hate me for it. And it's not me harping on the negative stuff, bro. This is me trying to get a deeper understanding of not only just my audience, but YouTube in general, bro. Like, I can easily just do content without putting my personal life out there, but you don't see this on YouTube, right?
Yes, you do. There's millions of creators out there, and you definitely see this. Siri, stop.
I do things that I don't see other people doing.
But you ain't watching enough YouTube, nephew.
That's why I get the engagement that I get. That's why I get the views that I get as a small creator. Like, I don't know what people expect my content to be like if I'm just being my real authentic self every time in my video.
But you're not, nephew. You're not. You're not. We've talked about this already. But you don't listen. You're not. You got you mad in one video. You're happy in the other one. You're in your car jumping up and down because you made 23,000. Because you got all this AdSense. You're telling people, you know, like I said, with great power comes great responsibility. That's not what's happening.
Y'all gonna see a lot of ups and downs in my life. People like to throw that at my face. Dontay is very, he's just on an emotional roller coaster all the time. Well, I need you to picture it like this. Imagine if you put all of your worst moments on camera. That's the problem.
There it is.
That's why people see me that way.
There it is. So do something about it. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. As long as you keep doing this, they're going to keep coming. That's how the internet works. The biggest celebrity, Beyonce, got a whole beehive, and it's still a group of people who cannot stand her, good or bad.
And it's nothing wrong with me doing that, but it just gives people that judgment of me because I'm not afraid to put all my problems on camera.
It allows them to do it. If you put your stuff on, you can't be afraid of the pushback. You just gotta suck it in, suck it up. You cannot be afraid if you put it out there, expect the pushback. Chadwick Boseman had cancer and nobody knew, but you put all your business on the internet. Maybe think about that. Why are you doing it? Are you doing it for views? Are you doing it because what? You need to answer that question because your audience thinks you're doing it for views. Think everything that you do is for views. Why do they think that? Because you said that. You got a history. You got a history, nephew. Again, this is how it works.
I can get on here and act like I ain't got no problems, but that's not who Dontay London is. That's not how Dontay London built his brand. That's not the content that I want to show all the time. I like to show real life stuff, which comes with the real emotional things I go through in my daily life, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Please stop making me seem like I'm such a problem for expressing myself, bro. I'm just expressing myself while still trying to figure out my life, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. And please help me understand, what am I doing so wrong to make people just want to judge me all the time? And this is why sometimes I feel like it do be a little hate. You gotta be honest. A lot of stuff, what do you call it? You call it just opinions?
Yes. Yeah.
It's just opinions?
Yeah,
If you call it opinions, it's very strong opinions. Well, I tell you, boy.
Hey, nephew, maybe you're not made for the internet. I tell you, boy, maybe you're not made for it. It's rough out here. Maybe you need to take some time away. You need to grow thicker skin because it is the wild, wild west out here. And you got to boss up. You got to snake up, bro. Put that snake skin, put that armor on and get this stuff right. Get it right. But as long as you keep doing what you're doing, I told you, man, you're on your last life.
Very strong opinion. It's like I got people that literally mock everything that I do, bro. Make me seem like all the decisions I'm making is bad. And while my family is taken care of, we in a nice crib, drive a nice car, after I was in low-income housing for years trying to figure out my life, but I stayed consistent. People still go back to the same thing. I still hear the same things being said about me. Well, Dontay London is clearly taking care of his family. He's making great income on YouTube, but yet he's still not a man because he can't hold a stable job.
Check this out. Low-income housing. You move out of it. You say you shouldn't have. You're in that. You're looking for a new apartment. Quotation marks. Should you be doing that? You go to another, even more expensive one. People think you're doing it for content because a few videos ago you said you just couldn't afford it. And then a few, way far back, nephew, you said that you would do anything for views. So now people see that's all people see. They don't even know who you are because everything you do is for views. So that ain't you. You are completely misled right here. And you gotta look in the mirror. You gotta figure this thing out. You gotta. I don't hear any. There's no self admission of anything they did, anything you did. You have not taken responsibility at all for anything that you've done. You need to start there.
Do y'all understand? Like, it doesn't matter how I provide for my family, bro. As long as my family is being provided for.
Okay, that's no. No, that's false. Because A, if you do something illegal, you gone, and can you be there for your family? And two, okay, this got to last. See, I told you, nephew, when we had that conversation a few months ago, I said, listen, I tell you, boy, you're looking at that quick money. You're looking at that short money. You got to get this long money. Long money is building relationships the right way with your audience, the people that's going to allow you to do this full time. Because without them, without 80s, you got 70-something thousand, you need at least 10, 25% of them to keep coming back, and they not going to do it. So you going to you know where they going to go? To the people that treat you the way that you can't stand. They going to go support them because they ain't getting no love from you. You ask them for stuff what should you do? Then they give it to you. Then you don't do it. Well, stop asking. If you're not going to take no advice, stop asking.
You know what I'm saying? And I get it, bro. Sometimes I get on here and I ask for advice. And I know a lot of y'all be like, well, Dontay, you ask us for advice, but then you don't take it. And then you keep going around in circles and circles and circles. You be like I guess, bro, I'm telling y'all, this how engaged y'all be in my content, bro. Right? And I appreciate the viewers. I just don't appreciate some of the unnecessary stuff. Bro, hold on. This how engaged some of y'all be, bro. This is how engaged some of y'all be, bro. Y'all will literally get here and write me a paragraph explaining that, well, Dontay, you know, I've been rocking with you for a long time, but, bro, your content is just a little bit everywhere. I'm going to have to leave for a while and then come back. I've given you advice multiple times, but it don't seem like you're listening, so I'm going to have to go watch somebody else. Bro, like, what do you call that, bro? I've never seen this type of stuff on YouTube ever, bro.
That's literally called what you just asked for. And see, this is the problem. This is here lies the problem. You ask for it, then when it's given to you, you can't take it. You can't take it. So how do you think that viewer felt when you asked for their opinion, you asked for their knowledge, and then you disregarded it? A paragraph, hey, that's great engagement.
I've never seen people that engaged with anybody else on YouTube. Y'all talk to me like y'all know me personally. And that's a good thing, right? That's a good, I've never seen that type of engagement that I get here anywhere else.
Okay, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So maybe, okay, this nephew, go outside a little bit. You always outside with the camera. Go on somebody else's YouTube channel, okay? You already said that you take what works from other people. Go in their YouTube. Of course. What he just explained was a parasocial relationship. Of course, you got to understand. That's where you have some level of celebrity. That's why you are where you are. Anybody who can use the term influencer has some form of celebrity. Never meet your heroes is what they say.
Right? And listen to me, bruh. I'm one human being, bruh. For one, my wife, my son, and taking care of my household is always my #1 priority. Just because I can't hear and listen to everything that's been said about me all the time or respond to everything don't mean it doesn't matter to me and doesn't mean I don't listen, bro. I get hundreds of comments every video, bro. I can't read everything, but I do try to read the good ones, right? And even some of the negative ones, bro, I try to see if there's any truth in it, right? I'm trying to mature as a man, right? But what a lot of people say, oh, Dontay, I see the maturity in you. I see the growth in you. For the people who have been watching for a long time, I see the growth in you, bro. But it seems like you keep reverting back to the same thing. What? Reverting back to still trying to figure out life? There's nothing wrong with that, bro. Y'all have to understand, bro. It's not easy what I do, bro. Life is not easy as it is. It's take a lot of courage for me to get up here like this, bro.
Okay, it's not easy, but you said YouTube was on easy mode. So which one is it? YouTube, your life, since your channel is about your life and you put your life on YouTube and you said YouTube is on easy mode, which one is it? You see how this channel, this testimonial is all about Nephew. It's all about Nephew. He's taking no responsibility for anything that there's a downfall video coming very soon. Somebody got one brewing up of the downfall of Dontay London. I'm trying to tell you. I've been in front of this. The quickest way to a channel graveyard is mistreating your audience.
And I'm sorry, And yes, I'm apologizing, bro, and I shouldn't be apologizing.
You absolutely should be. Real men apologize, true, too. But what you gonna do from here on out? You gonna revert back to? We've seen you do that before. You gonna let me talk to you, nephew. You gonna do that again? You gonna go back to where you came from? The same old clickbaity, all that stuff. You gonna go back? You go right ahead, see what happened.
Because people attack me, bro, for being me. You know what I'm saying? People come here and attack me. But I apologize for being upset at that. That's what the video a couple days ago was.
You got every right to be upset
I'm always
about it.
attacked, bro. Right? And because a lot of people like to say, well, Dontay London, again, a lot of people just say all this stuff about me. Dontay London is a narcissist. Dontay London, his wife doesn't need to be with him. Or Dontay London needs to do this and do that. It's just like everything that I do, bruh, people got to say something about. Like, and
you put your entire life on the internet. That's literally what's going to happen. That's what. So you need to ask yourself, can you deal with that? I know it ain't all nice. It ain't all bubbles and rainbows. That ain't the internet. But what do you expect if you put your entire life on the internet, from your marriage to your marital problems? Everything is on the internet. You're going to get the good and the bad. Not everyone is liked by everyone.
it's not always positive, bruh. And I don't understand why. And I think my problem is that I want everybody to like me.
There you go. There you go. So you're going to have to get that out your head. That ain't how the real world works. Maybe you should get into it sometimes. I mean, come on, boy. Come on, boy.
I think that's how YouTube's supposed to work, because I think that since I don't personally disrespect nobody, that no disrespect is supposed to come towards me. I think that's why I'm always disappointed when I just get on here and I be myself, and then I get a lot of hate for just being myself, right? Please, for the people who like really watch, bro, help me understand the dynamic between that, because I'm having a hard time understanding it. So that's why Dontay can get upset sometimes. Right.
Hey, listen, you got every right to get upset. If somebody disrespecting you or talking, or you feel as if, you got every right. That's what we do, right? That's what people do. At the same time, you got to look and see, well, what did I do? What did I do? You told people they could talk about you, that they could use your content. And then you got to, so listen, I don't use this word a lot, but hey, it seemed like there's a lot of, there's some Pillsbury Doughboy. There's a little Charmin in here, bro. You got to toughen up. You have to toughen up. The internet is yes, it's a rough place with some rough folks and some rough opinions. But you can't say one thing and do another. That made you look absolutely hypocritical. You cannot do that. So if you can't take it, you need to stop. If you can't deal with the heat, get out the kitchen. Stop putting all your business on the internet. Again, sit down, get a schedule, write it out. Come up with a script of things that you guys can do, whoever you guys are, and you stick to that. If you don't want criticism, keep it off the internet. Keep it off the internet. But when you put everything on the internet, you're going to get this type of reaction.
Right? And I got to defend myself. People make up narratives about Dontay London every day. People literally got dedicated YouTube channels towards tearing down the Dontay London name for nothing.
No, that's not true. Again, no accountability. No accountability. And I think that's your biggest problem. You don't have no accountability.
So am I not supposed to defend myself? Right? And my brand? I'm not doing nothing to nobody. So what do you call it? I think it's jealousy. People.
Here's the deal. You have 73,000 subscribers. You have 73,000 subscribers. You're not doing anything to anybody. Of course you are. 73,000 people decided to hit the subscribe button to follow your life. You have a responsibility to those 73,000 people. Act like it. That's the problem. There's no accountability here, nephew. Act like it. Hold yourself accountable, because your comment section is. The people who rock with you are. The people who react to you. Not all of them are hating. They're holding you accountable. You start being accountable, you give them fewer and fewer to work with. Take some responsibility, young man. Stop with all this.
Saying, oh, why would we be jealous of you? I don't know. Why you say bad things about me all the time? You feel me?
I'm starting to believe this ain't made for you.
You don't get this on YouTube, bro. You don't get this type of dynamic on YouTube, bro. And I'm just really trying to understand my audience, bro. And for the people who like really watch me, bro. So I can become better. I need constructive criticism, not hate, bro.
There you go. This is what this is. Now, I'm telling you right now, this is the biggest moment of your YouTube career. You got a choice. You going to listen to this, You're going to actually try to actively make a change, or you're going to revert back to what you've been doing. This is the proverbial fork in the road. You got the path of you ain't coming back from that, because subscribers is one thing, but views is how you get paid. And you got the other one where you actually try to genuinely build a relationship with the people that put you there. And I'm not talking about in real life, meaning you got to meet them and all that other stuff. You don't have to do that. Okay, you don't have to do that. But you have to respect and appreciate the people that put you where you are. And if you don't do that, if you go down to the left, man, you ain't never coming back. You ain't never coming back. You ain't never coming back. You got a choice to make. Take some accountability, be responsible, and choose a path and deal with the consequences.
Right? I need constructive criticism, not hate. My life is not perfect, bro. I'm not going to do everything right all the time. And I get it, bro. My content has been changing a lot over the last few months. I get if y'all don't want to watch, you subscribe for something and then I change up my content. Maybe you unsubscribe. It's okay, bro. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to reach the people who needs to be reached. You know what I'm saying? The people who here watching right now are the people who's supposed to be here. The people who are subscribed are the people who's supposed to be here. But I just need you to know, bro, it's okay to be vulnerable, bro. That's my whole point of this video, bro. It's okay to be who you are, to show up and be who you are. That's how I got my channel full time in the first place. Of course, it came with a little bit of luck, a little bit of strategy, a little bit of experimental things, but the core of my channel has always been me being who I am. And that's the message I want y'all to take from this video.
And the question I have for you, Mr. London, nephew, is who are you? Do your viewers know who you are? They thought that you and your wife were lying when you said she separated. That's who they think you are. Think about that. Go look at your comment section that you avoid. That's who they think you are, is a liar. Are you?
Please help me understand how I can become better in your eyes as a content creator. But my wife sees me as a good man. My mom sees me as a good man. My son sees me as a good man. And the most important people in my life sees me as a good man, tell me I'm doing a good job all the time. So I don't need validation. I just need to understand, why do people see me the way they do? And as far as the content creation side, how can I be better in your eyes?
You don't need validation, but you need cash money. You need to get paid. In order for you to do that, you need people to watch. And if you don't get that, then you're gonna really be looking for that job that you don't have. That job that you can't seem to keep. Your words, not mine. You got to grow up. Figure this thing out. Take some responsibility.
And I took some of y'all advice. I came back as myself. Some of y'all was like, Dontay London, I know you've been having a hard time trying to figure out your life, figure out what content you want to go down. I think you should go back to being yourself, since that's what got your channel full time. And then if you want to do content with your family, start a new channel. I took that advice. Sometimes you just got to go through things, figure out, experiment, and learn. Bro,
Hey, well said. That might be the best thing you said. Hard head make a soft behind. That's facts.
a lot of work here. I've done this, bro. I did this, right?
And that's your problem. You didn't do it alone, young man. You ain't do it alone. Get off your horse. Get off your horse. Nobody does it alone. You got to remember, any appreciation? Not one time have you said thank you to the people that put you here. You talk about the people that are here now and blah, blah, blah. But have you thought about the people? Have you thought about the reason I'm him, I'm here, I did this? You did nothing. You made content. But you are not the reason you are where you are. You appealed to your audience, which you have thrown in the trash by arrogance, narcissistic ways, and no accountability. This is a decision. This is your fork in the road. Choose a path and walk it.
Stop trying to take away what I've done, bro. Stop trying to minimize my work and my efforts because you don't like me for no reason, right? Or because you don't feel like I meet the standards of what a real man is supposed to be.
You're going to get that, and you got to deal with it. You either clap back, you keep it moving, you strike the channel, you do whatever you got to do, but you keep it moving. You're not going to stop that. You're not going to stop it. How you deal with this will determine how you go forward. You're going to have to get through this, truck through it, fix the problem, and keep trucking. But if you tell people they can use your content and then you strike them, that is soft. And that's hypocritical, and you need to deal with the consequences.
Bro, my family is good, bro. I'm proud of myself. That's what I can say. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of what I'm doing here for my family, bruh. Like, real life. I ain't even trying to get emotional, bruh. I'm proud of what I'm doing. I can't let y'all take that away from me, bruh.
You ain't nobody taking that away. These people reacting to you. What do you think they're doing? Getting a couple hundred views? We getting a couple hundred views. You are the one in control here. Again, boss up. Take some responsibility. Put the focus on what matters. After you get your family together, you focus on the people that put you here, which is those 73,500. That's what you do. See, that relationship is severed. They think you're a liar. You have to fix that. If you don't, your channel will not survive.
Can't let no amount of views take that away from me. I can't let no amount of subscribers or what people say take that away from me, bruh. I'm proud of what I'm doing here, bruh.
So you're talking about that you're proud of what you're doing when literally what you're doing is based off views and subscribers, because that's all you talk about. That's all you talk about. So which one is it? Which one is it? Because as quick as you got there, you can be gone. Trust me, it's happened to countless YouTubers. You will be another statistic of a failed channel. Take some responsibility, nephew. Grow up.
I've done this. I built this. I am a man, bruh. I can't let y'all tell me I'm not a man, bruh. That's okay, though. That's okay. We're going to figure it out. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep grinding, you know? And this is just me expressing, bruh. I'm just expressing. I got to express, bruh, because I believe in what I'm doing here so much, bruh. And what I'm already accomplishing, bruh, is like I see big things happening, bruh. You know, Dontay London is a powerful guy, right? I am a powerful man, right? My wife believes in me. My mom believes in me. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm doing great things. But, you know, I would like to, you know, hear from my supporters that I'm doing a good job, bruh.
You just said you didn't want validation, and that's exactly what you're asking for. So this is much deeper than a YouTuber. This is much deeper. And again, this is not an attack on him. I've never attacked him. I've tried to hold him accountable, and that's exactly what this will be. This is all this is. I will not be talking about him directly anymore. Those days are over. He asked for it. I'm giving it to him, what I've always wanted to see. And you have a choice. You have a choice. It might not be too late, but it's getting awful close. You might have used 80 or 9 lives. This is the last one. There's something you're going to do that you're not going to recover from.
You know, regardless of what y'all see, I'm not perfect, bro. Maybe I overshare things, bro. I know. Sometimes I can be immature. Sometimes I can be a little up and down. Sometimes I may look a little crazy by some of the things that I share. I may look immature. I know, bro. But it's just part of me I'm not going to do everything right all the time, bro. I'm not going to do everything right all the time, but I'm trying my best, bro. I'm trying my best. It's not easy to do what I do here. Please understand that. So before y'all react, before y'all comment, please take this video into consideration. Or if you already commented and you got to the end of the video, please at least take what I'm saying into consideration. And if you can't just have a little bit of, you feel me, just feel a little bit funny, then that's hate, bruh. There is no way you can hear these words, bruh, and still be like, I hate that dude. That's not possible, bruh. That's extreme hate right there if that's possible. Bruh, you gotta feel me, bruh. Human to human, man to man. Bruh, I'm trying my best, bro, and I'm doing what I gotta do for my family. And I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do. So I appreciate y'all listening, man. I don't care how many views this video get. You feel me? This is just me really expressing myself, bruh. Like, so I hope that my audience can appreciate that, bruh. So thank you for listening. And please just let me know how you really feel. Type. I love y'all, man. I love you. If ain't nobody told you today, sometime we all need to hear that. I love you, bro. I love you.
All right, nephew, it's not who you are underneath, but what you do that defines you. Now is your opportunity. You asked for it, I gave it to you. You got to make a decision. You got to take some accountability. You have an audience. You have people that want to see you succeed. Appreciate those people. The reactors, do what you got to do. Either you got to be a man of your word, though. So stop striking people. You gave them permission to use your content. Don't go back on your word again. Deal with it. Deal with it. You've already done it once. Real men don't do that. Be a man of your word like you said you are. You said you don't need validation, so stop looking for it. But what you need to do, focus on your family, the people you need to take care of. And if that's using this YouTube channel to do that, then you need to treat it as such. Take some responsibility. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you go back and you renege one too many times, there's going to come a time that you will not recover. Your channel will not recover. That is just the bottom line. Look across the internet. Look across the internet. Step out of you talk a lot about you. It was a lot about you. And I think that's the problem, man, with these creators, and especially the ones that's hard-headed that don't listen. It's not about you. You make the content, but it is about the people that put you there. It is about the connection. Without that connection, you are not where you are. And guess what? You need to stay where you are, and you need to evolve. You need to elevate. You cannot do that by yourself. You need the people that put you there to continue to support so that you can find new people that will support you and grow an actual legit fan base and an actual legit YouTube channel. And then 100,000 will be a distant memory. Then you're sitting at 250 and 1 million. Now you got 10 plaques. You got 10 silver play buttons and a gold one. But stop making this about you. It ain't about you. You are simply the vessel. You are simply the one making the content. Because guess what, nephew? If no one watches, it doesn't matter. Your relevance depends on people watching. And if they can't trust you, they won't watch you. And if your fan base thinks that every word that comes out of your mouth is a lie, that is a bad place to be. Fix it. Fix it. And that's your uncle talking. Uncle is talking. Fix this, nephew. Fix it. Get it together. Stop complaining. Fix it. With that being said, I have concluded the Dontay London arc. I hope that he listens to not only my message, but someone else's as well. Take the criticism to heart. Fix it. You got the whole world in front of you. Don't throw it away. Save it before it's too late. If you want to know, you don't believe me, you can go back and look in the archives. I made multiple videos about the trajectory that this young man was going down and the mistakes that he was going to make. And this video, I want to do an update. This video is now sitting at 1,500 views with 127 comments. From 2 hours ago, we're pushing 3 hours. There was one more thing that I wanted to show you. And it is going to come from this here. I want to make sure that we're off before an hour. This is from viewstats.com. He made the video about him and his wife. He instantly tanked 100, tanked another 100. Before that, he was growing ever so slightly. Okay, losing a few hundred subscribers is nothing. It really is nothing. It's nothing. It's something, but it's nothing. That's not the be-all, end-all. This is what you need to worry about. When these numbers right here, because you can have people who are not subscribed to you watch, sort of like me. I used to support you one time, nephew, just couldn't deal with it anymore. But this is my parting gift to you. Fix this. You have time. All the greatness, all the great things you want to be, you can do all of that stuff. But you're not going to get there by yourself, and you're not going to get there being hypocritical. And if you're not going to get there like that. All right? So, that's all I got to say. I'll catch you next time. I wish you well. I wish you well. But if you don't make a decision, if you choose the wrong path, you're going to get those results. With that being said, Syndicate Video Media signing out. I'll catch you next video.